All right. Everybody, I just recently did a show, and I figured out why all black people are so much cooler than white people, okay? So I'm doing a show. It's an all-white crowd and one black guy in the back. And this Canadian comic, he came out to do stand-up for the first time in LA ever. And he was really excited. He actually had the Canadian flag as a cape, okay? This is how he started his set. He's like this. What's going on, LA? Dead quiet, just like you. And he goes like this, he goes, let me ask you a question. Dead quiet. You guys have sex here in LA? Dead quiet. He instantly turned on the audience. He goes, oh, come on. You tell me you don't have sex here in LA? Dead quiet. The one black guy in the back's like this. Nah, man. We bang. And destroyed it. I used to work in casting. I used to work in commercial casting, and I'm going to tell you why all Mexican kids are so much cooler than any white kid on the planet, okay? Right now. So when I used to put the little boys on tape, that didn't come out right. That didn't. Let's rephrase that one. When we used to put the kids, boys who were 5 to 7 years old on tape for commercials, the director would like to see their personality. So after I asked them their name and their age, I would always ask the guys if they had a girlfriend. This is how all white kids would answer. Ready? Hey, man, what's your name? Steven Smith. Hey, Steven, how old are you? 6. Yo, Steven, you got a girlfriend? No. It's a weird question. One day, this kid came in. His name was Raul Diaz. Spiked hair, cut off sleeves. Right? I'm like this. I'm like, hey, man, what's your name? Raul Diaz. How old are you, Raul? 5. Hey, Raul, you got a girlfriend? I just broke up with her, and I don't want to talk about it. He did better than the Canadian comic, is what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, I'm celebrating 6 years sober this week. Thank you, it's awful. But I was on this hike date with this girl, and she was like, Darren, how'd you know you're an alcoholic? What were your signs? And this is how I knew I was an alcoholic. Because every time I drank, my body would have this really bad allergic reaction. My face, it would break out in cocaine. It's just terrible. Hey, by the way, so I'm on this date with this girl. Guys, it was our first date, and she was so cute. And she said this to me. She goes, hey, I just want you to know, you can treat me like one of the guys. I'm like one of your guy friends. I was like, that is awesome, because I have sex with all my guy friends. She didn't call me back. But she was she had tattoos. I mean, I think tattoos, she was all tatted up. I think tattoos are getting out of hand. I think people are confusing tattoos with journaling. Like in the 50s, you had an anchor and a heart, you're out the door. Now it's like Dear Diary on the body, right? I saw this guy in ink showing off his tattoos, like, what's this over here? No, it's not a picture of my family, it's a picture of the Golden Girls, season 1 through 5. This here's my 3rd grade report card. I think it speaks for itself. This here's my grandmother. She died in the 80s. That's why it says, I ain't afraid of no ghost. So my friend the other day was like, hey man, you want to meet girls? You got to take a boot camp class. Gotta take a boot camp. This is what boot camp is. It's an hour class of cardio and weights and cardio with hot chicks, but they're like Amazon women on steroids. They're so much. So I took a class 2 days ago. I don't exercise. I pulled every muscle in my body. This is how I got out of bed the next morning. I was like, and then I was like, honey, and I realized I don't have a girlfriend, so getting up. The reason why my buddy's like, you gotta take boot camp class, because all I eat is Chinese food, guys. That's all I do. But I only order takeout Chinese food, okay? But it doesn't matter where I am. Whatever city I am in, it's always the same when you order takeout Chinese food. They're so nice to you when they take the order, but then they're so mean to their own. So I went in the other day, I was like, hey man, can I get a chicken and broccoli and some fried rice? And he's like, oh yes. Chicken, broccoli, a fried rice. That's a good order. Oh, I like your t-shirt. It's a Thug Life. How ironic. Hold on, let me get that for you. Hold on. And then you're like, oh my God, I forgot to order a Coke. He's gonna kill him. I was hit as a kid. And I'm a single guy, and a lot of my friends have kids, and they all discipline their kids with timeout time. And I'm gonna tell you why we gotta get rid of that, okay? Real quick. My friend the other day was in his backyard. He's got a real rambunctious 7-year-old, and he's planting these plants, and as he's taking out the old plants, his 7-year-old's swinging them around, and all of a sudden, he bashed his dad in the back. Boom! And his dad's like, oh, timeout! Had a huge well. He's like, you stand over here and you think about what you just did to Daddy if you want to play basketball later. You sit and think about that. Daddy's welt. My buddy walks away and I'm like, yo, Mark, what are you thinking about? He's like, Transformers. You know what my timeout time was when I was a kid? When my father was exhausted from hitting me and needed a cigarette break. So guys, I am a single guy. Oh, thank you. Thank God there was all girls, no dudes. I love when my uncle comes to my shows. But I do online dating, and I recently met this girl, and it was perfect on paper. So we decided to have this meet and greet at this coffee shop. She's there, I walk in, first thing out of her mouth, she looks at me and she goes, oh my God, seriously? I was like, what? She goes, seriously? You're so much skinnier than your picture. You're like manorexic. I was like, well, you have no breasts, what's that make you, bublemic? Yeah, I zinged her, guys. So we start to walk and talk, and we're walking outside. We pass this McDonald's. I'm like, hey, let's go in there real quick and get some. She's like, okay, time out. That's such a deal breaker. Don't tell me you go in there. I was like, I think the deal breaker is when you called me manorexic. But I was like, no, I don't go in there. She's like, oh, it's so gross. What's even on that menu? I'm like, I don't know. Hamburger, cheeseburger, double cheeseburger, quarter pounder, double quarter pounder with cheese, Big Mac, big and tasty with cheese, filet of fish, McChicken, McRib, premium chicken classic sandwich, grilled and crispy, premium chicken club sandwich, grilled and crispy, ranch snack wrap, grilled and crispy, honey mustard snack wrap, grilled and crispy, southern style, crispy chicken sandwich plain. Half meal hamburger, half meal cheeseburger, happy meal 4-piece, mix, mighty kids meal 6-piece, mighty kids meal double cheeseburger, there's french fries, small and non, chicken meat nuggets, 4, 6, 20-piece, chicken selects, and new Batangy Mick bites with barbecue sauce. But if you get in there before 10, you get English muffin, sausage, muffin, hotcakes with sausage, and a little bit of a hash brown. But I got a sweet tooth. I like fruit and yogurt parfait, kitty cone, apple dip, chocolate chip, thick, McFlurry, McHorror cookie, apple pie, McDonald's cookie was on that menu. Thank you. She goes, oh my God, you work there? I was like, nah. Burger King, Whopper, double Whopper, triple. Thanks, guys. That's my time.